Hey everyone, so this is the first time we're actually reacting to another YouTuber's content, and just to preserve Shalzuth's content, I've placed a link in the description down below to his entire video, which I highly recommend you go and watch, because although this is my reaction, I've only edited the parts where I see that it's relevant, where I give my reaction or my commentary on the subject or the topic at hand. I just don't want it to look like we're farming his video for views. Anyway, that's pretty much all that I wanted to say, really. We are going to be looking at the news. What's in the news? And I spotted a very interesting article for today, and that is Marvel Rivals is potentially a major security risk. Let's full screen this. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Marvel Rivals is potentially a major security risk because of this feature. I skimmed through this, and it has me slightly concerned, just a little bit. So let's read through it. Marvel Rivals might be a security concern for players because of a particular feature implemented to improve the quality of life. A YouTuber, Shalzuth, showed that the game's cosmetic store update is potentially risky as it can leak personal details and fill your PC with malware. Here is everything you must know about this exploit in Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals might be a security concern because of the way cosmetic store updates are made. This is actually a bit concerning, considering that I've bought every skin in the game minus the one Hawkeye skin that I didn't bother buying and was taken out of the store. The concern started when a YouTuber named Shalzuth posted a video explaining an exploit that they had found with the way the developers address cosmetic store updates. They had found that the game updated their store items without the release of any manual patch, which according to them can lead to a serious attack called remote code execution, or RCE. There is a video and we're going to watch it. Let's watch this real quick. 7-minute video.
Game could be used as a doorway for hackers to take over your computer. Sounds scary, right? Today, I'm exploring an important topic that I'm really passionate about that needs more attention in the gaming world. How I found a vulnerability in a specific...
Hold on, before we get into this, I'm just going to mute the in-game audio. Just go to settings, audio, turn that down, and now we go back. All right.
A video game that could let someone on the same Wi-Fi network run harmful code on your device.
Okay, but it's someone on the same Wi-Fi network as me.
Please note, this isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding how this class of vulnerability works and why it's so important for game.
Okay, we'll watch. But if the concern is just somebody on the same Wi-Fi code or someone on the same Wi-Fi as I am, that's all I have to be worried about. Then okay. If not, then there is something we need to be worried about. I think if we just take that statement or that sentence into account, then I guess it's for people who go to like internet cafes or computer cafes where they put some time and they play their games over there. That would be concerning. I am not going to pretend that I understand how any of this works. I am not a computer engineer or a coder or anything. I am in marketing, just to preface everything. So yeah.
Design hotfixes and patch updates in a secure and safe way. And this is also hilarious. The game itself requires admin privileges for the sake of their anti-cheat. So the game has full privileges, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and approve that and sign away.
So just a question here. I haven't really paid much attention to this, but don't most actually... I mean, Overwatch doesn't ask for administrative or administrator access, or neither does World of Warcraft.
Computer to the game.
Or do they? Do they? I don't think so.
And then it takes a second to launch. So give me a second, bear with me. All right, so while this is launching, I'm on my desktop. I'm going to start my tool, my exploit tool. And all it's going to do is be sniffing for packets and waiting to inject a Python script. This Python script I have it posted on the top right. It's just a simple command that shows who you are, if you're a user, if you're an admin, and shows that, hey, you do have admin privileges. So it's compiling shaders. So we gotta give it a second. Those shaders are compiling as fast as they can on my little laptop.
I think the only cause for concern here, or no, I wouldn't say the only cause for concern, but one of the causes for concern here is that if you don't have access to a home setup where you play your games on a PC, and you go to these internet cafes and you play your games over there, you would probably want to think twice before logging into your Steam account, because if you make purchases on Steam for Rivals, then you also have to be a bit concerned or a bit wary. If a person can use this exploit, can they get your payment information from that computer that you're using? I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be saving any of your payment information on any network or any computer that isn't your own. But if you've been a customer of this place for, let's say, 10 years or so, then it just might make sense for you. But realistically, you should never really put any of your payment information on any public network or any computer that isn't your own.
This is still just passively sniffing packets, waiting for the game to connect to the server. What this means is they have to be on your local area network or Wi-Fi, for instance, your house, a coffee shop, or a college campus. It also
I mean, if it's also normal for if you're on a college campus to be playing on the college Wi-Fi. That's actually very concerning. That's very, very concerning.
Extends to internet service providers such as Comcast.
Because even think about it, even if your home network is secured, let's say you're the administrator of your home network, and you aren't running frequent checks on who has access to your network or not, or if somebody's managed to gain access to your network without you knowing, this is actually very, very bad, dude.
Employees that have access to looking at packets going over their network. And cloud vendors where the traffic goes through also, so AWS or Azure employees. Thankfully, we can trust employees from these companies, right? This means is that the game has no way to verify it is connected to the real game server. The game also runs with admin privileges for the sake of their anti-cheat system to work, which should be limited, but it's not. So because of those two reasons, a rogue user is able to inject Python effectively into the target machine. Security in gaming isn't just about stopping cheaters. It's about protecting players and the player base.
Of course.
If more companies took security seriously, the gaming space would be much safer for everyone. So that's it for today. Hope you found this video informative. And if you enjoyed this or want to see more deep dives into game security, let me know in the comments. So yeah, thanks.
We're going to definitely check his channel out later on and give him a like and subscribe for that. That's scary. So until NetEase actually finds a fix for this, just don't. I mean, if you're using your personal computer on a public Wi-Fi or network that you aren't the administrator to, then it's probably for the best that you just don't play the game. But if you're using a public computer and none of your personal information is saved, then honestly, it is what it is. That's something. NetEase, you should check this out, because this isn't a small problem. This is an actual problem. People's data, their information, their computers, their everything. Our lives are pretty much saved either on our devices or on our computers or anything, from passports to card details, bank accounts. This is a big thing. And I'm actually wondering now how many games exactly. I wonder if other games have had this issue. I also remember a time when PlayStation was hacked, and this was years ago, and a lot of people's credit card information was hacked. And speaking of PlayStation, I think PSN was down a couple of days ago, and they gave everybody a few extra days of PlayStation Net or PlayStation Plus or something. And a lot of PlayStation players were outraged. I'm not going to bother covering that because it was everywhere. Anyway, I'm just going to skim through this. I think that this article just covers the rest of what the video was, so there's really no point in reading that. But yeah, that's definitely something that people should, or sorry, that's definitely something that NetEase should check out. They should pay this guy. They should pay Shalzuth. Sorry if I butchered your name, man.